what do we want to be remembered for as a company? 50 years from now, when somebody looks at our logo or sees our employees in their uniform or our trucks on the road, what emotion do we want them to evoke?
Many companies approach this sort of stuff with a very industrial age mindset. And unfortunately, the industrial age mindset comes with a mindset of standardization, because when you're making a thing, right, you need it to be exactly the same every single time. Therefore, the process needs to be exactly the same every single time. But when you translate that thinking to a customer, it just doesn't work. And I honestly believe we need to be moving further away from process standardization and closer to experience personalization. But you are right, you can't do that unless you understand that successful outcome of the customer. What is it the customer is trying to achieve? Who is that person? What are their attributes? How do they think? How do they make decisions? And then tailor that experience to deliver that success to them. So I love that. What I want to know now, though, is let's say there's people watching this and they say, Michel's right. Our company needs that purpose. We've got like the mission and vision on the walls and it's all very nice and blah, blah, blah. But we need a real purpose. How do you go about uncovering what your purpose is? And is it a case of it's already there and you've just got to find it? Or are there cases where you've got to create a purpose? How does that work?
Yeah, so often the mission is the purpose of the company. However, the mission was developed 30 years ago by somebody that's no longer with the company and nobody knows what it is. So you may need to, the leadership team of the company or the entrepreneur or whoever is, the leader of the organization. It might be one person, it might be a few individuals, but they need to go away and truly understand what is the purpose of this company. What are we trying to achieve? And for us, it's to deliver seamless experiences for our guests. And everything else that is great will stem from that. So they do need to go, and it's almost like a bit of a kumbaya session. Get out of the business. Don't try to understand your purpose within the four walls of your business, because guess what? You get interrupted. Somebody comes, knocks on the door. You need to an escape and ask yourself some hard questions. One of which is, what do we want to be remembered for as a company? 50 years from now, when somebody looks at our logo or sees our employees in their uniform or our trucks on the road, what emotion do we want them to evoke? Now, if you're content with your purpose, I advocate that, does everybody know what the purpose of the company is? So for us, it's to deliver seamless experiences to our guests. I'm going to go to our venues as soon as we're done this. Have something to eat and then walk over to our venues. And one of the first things that I always do is I'll ask the first person or the first few people I see, and like, what's the purpose of our company? And my expectation is that they can recite it. Okay, what are our 5 values? Bam, bam, bam. They can recite it. Because how are you supposed to create this company that in your mind you see the vision for, if others in the organization don't see the same thing that you see? How are we supposed to build something if we don't even know what it is? And that's one of the things that I challenge companies to do is, like, I want you to go back to your workplace. I want you to ask 3 people from 3 different departments, what are our values? What is the purpose of the company? What is our mission? And see if they know. If not, you have an opportunity to improve.
Yeah. That's great advice, and that's something that people can do immediately. Go back to their offices and ask people, what are our values? What's our mission? What's our purpose? And if people can't recite it, it gives you an idea that maybe there isn't alignment there. Maybe you don't have that people first culture.